Hi everyone. Here you are going to learn as a summary of everything what you have learned in the previous portions. Okay, and so this makes it the last portion in this chapter. That is the decoder of an NK linear block code. So this decoder means it starts with everything what you have studied so far. That is starting from the generation of the syndrome, then you are correcting the finding the error pattern, and then finding the value of the corrected output or the transmitted code word, right? So here basically what all you have studied, everything, it's all been summarized by this block diagram. Okay, we all know how the corrected code word, how do we get the correct code word is by first the receiver will receive this, right? They will receive the received code word, that is R, that is R1, R2, R3 up to Rn, and this received from this received code word the receiver will calculate the syndrome. The syndrome is nothing, the equation for syndrome is RH transpose. You will calculate the value of the syndrome where H is the parity check matrix. So H transpose is the transpose of the parity check matrix. So it will calculate the value of S. After calculating from the value of S, it will calculate the value of E, which is the error pattern, and then from E simply by XORing it with R. We have already received R, right? The same received code word, we are XORing it with the error pattern, and you will get the actual transmitted correct pattern or the correct code word you will get. So this is what this entire block diagram is actually showing. It is actually the combination of what you have studied before. That is, first we have the received code word buffer register or received vector buffer register, or you can use code word. Okay, received vector buffer register. So here in this register will receive all the code words, all the received code words, that is R1, R2, R3 up to Rn, where n is the number of bits of the output code word, right? So it will receive the received code word, and in this block diagram it will, after receiving it, the syndrome will be calculated. The receiver will calculate the syndrome using syndrome calculation circuit, which is nothing but S is equal to RH transpose. It is nothing but the implementation of S is equal to RH transpose. That is this equation. So from here you will get the syndrome, and since there are n minus k bits of syndrome, so there is S1, S2, S3 up to S of n minus k. So these are the syndrome bits, and from the syndrome bits you will get the error pattern. The circuit, you will get the value of E. How do you get the value of E? Is because you can use this equation, that is EH transpose is equal to S. Using this equation you can actually find the error pattern E. So there will be error patterns also n bits, E1, E2, E3 up to En. Okay, and then how do you find the transmitted code word? How do you find the actual code word, the correct code word? All you have to do is simply XOR the R code word with the E pattern, because we all know that R is equal to V XOR E, right? We have discussed this. R is equal to V XOR E. That is the received code word is nothing but the correct code word plus error pattern. That is, the error pattern it gets added into the code word, and that is how we get the wrong code word or the received code word. So in order that, so if you want to get the correct code word, all you need to do is XOR the received code word with the error pattern itself, and you will get the transmitted or the actual correct code word. And that is what you are doing over here. You see, you are taking every received bits and you are XORing it with the error bits, or you are doing the addition modular to sum with the error bits. So R1 XOR E1 is V1, R2 XOR E2 is V2, R3 XOR E3 is V3 up to Rn XOR En is Vn. And here you'll get the correct output. Okay, this is actually basically, if you look at this is nothing but the same thing that it's actually the culmination of everything that you have studied so far. Everything is now put in the terms of block diagram. That's all. There's nothing new over here. Okay, and here we are using the word estimate. This cap actually means estimate of V1. It is, estimate means generally we use that to express the result of any end of a communication system, because we may not be completely 100% sure that this actual output will be correct, so we call it as an estimate. Okay, that's the only reason, but this is how the working is done. That is, from the received code word, the receiver, they will receive the code word, and from the received code word, how do you get the value of V? So how do you get the value of V? From R you get S, from S you get E, and from E you get V. That's the entire process. That's all. Very easy, right? So what is more important than, as I always used to say, what is more important than the actual block diagram is the, when it comes to the problems. So this is an NK linear block code. Okay, so let's put some number on it. We'll take the previous example, the same previous example that we used to take, that is the 6-3 block code. Okay, let's take this as our example, 6-3 block code. So in order to draw the, this is the, here you're going to draw the decoder of a 6-3 block code. Okay, let me write the heading. I'm going to draw the decoder of a 6-3 block code. So what are all the things I need to draw this? What you need is, you need the equation of the syndrome. You need these equations. How did you get these equations? Using the equation S is equal to RH transpose, right? We know that R is equal to, R is a matrix which is R1, R2, R3 up to R4, R5, R6, right? So like that, R6, that is those are the 6 bits. And H transpose is the value of your parity check matrix, the transpose of your parity check matrix, and from this equation you derive these 3 equations. You get these 3 equations. Okay, we have discussed this earlier in the previous video. Okay, and from here you find this. And that is also very easy, because if you're writing one pattern, is the same like writing the other pattern. This is in terms of the received code words. This is in terms of error pattern, because we already know that that RH transpose, I have already proved that RH transpose is also equal to EH transpose. Okay, even though they both are equal, the meaning is completely different. We have discussed about it. So that's the same thing we are doing over here. So here you have S1 is equal to the same thing, the same letters, same numbers, only thing the letters are different. E2 plus E3 plus E4, S2 is E1 plus E3 plus E5, S3 is E1 plus E2 plus E6. Okay, so you get this. Now the reason why you need this is because from here you can get the equations of all the error bits, each of the error bits in terms of the syndrome. That is, we know that for a 6-3 code, we have already know that for a 6-3 code, the minimum distance is 1, right? So if the minimum distance is 1 means, then the error correcting capability is d min minus 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 bit. If d min is equal to 3, so therefore t is equal to 1, which means only 1 bit can go wrong at a time. So we find the equation of each and every 1 bit, and that is E1 is equal to, we find this, when is E1 becomes high? E1 becomes high when S1 is 0, when S2 is 1, and when S3 is 1, and that's the equation I have written over here. E1 is equal to S1 bar S2 S3. When does E2 become high? You can use this equation. Tell when is E2 becomes high. E2 becomes high when S1 is 1, S2 is 0, and S3 is 1. That's why I got this equation. S1 is equal to, E2 is equal to S1 S2 bar S3. Same way E3. When does E3 become high? E3 becomes high when S1 is 1, S2 is 1, and S3 is 0. So that is the equation I got. E3 is equal to S1 S2 S3 bar. Likewise, I have written all these error pattern equations. So these are the only things I need to draw the actual decoder. Okay, so let's start. First, what we have is the, as usual, we have is the received vector buffer. So I'm going to draw that first. R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, and R6. R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, and R6. Okay, this is the buffer which receives the received code word. Okay, that is this one, the received vector buffer register, that is this one over here. Okay, how do I know it is 6 bits? Because n is equal to 6. That's how I know it is 6 bits. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the syndrome. So you have already studied the syndrome decoding circuit, right? We have already learned the syndrome decoding circuit, the syndrome decoder, and that's the same circuit we are going to use over here. So syndrome decoder is actually a part of this decoder. This is actually the decoder of the complete receiver. Okay, that's why. So we all know, so here there are 3 syndromes, right? N minus k, 6 minus 3 is 3. That's why there are 3 syndromes. So I will draw 3 XOR functions. Okay, here, here, and here. Okay, 3 XOR functions, and this is my S1. Let this be my S2, and let this be my S3. Okay, so now what is the equation for S1? R2 plus R3 plus R4. Where is R2? R2 is over here. R2 plus R3 R3 and R4. Okay, this is it, R2 plus R3 plus R4. This is the equation for S1. Now what is the equation for S2? R1 R1 R3 we have already drawn over here, so I can extend from here. This is R3 and R5. R5. This is the equation for S2. S2 is equal to R1 plus R3 plus R5. XOR function. Plus means XOR function. Okay. Now what is the equation for S3? S3 is R1, R2 and R6. So let me take R1 from here. This is R1. R2. Where is R2? It's over here, right? This is R2. I'll take it from here. R2 and plus XOR R6. This is R6. See, so I have drawn. We have already drawn this. This is called as the syndrome decoder, right? From the received bits, you are actually generating the syndrome bit. So syndrome decoder is actually a part of the decoder of a 6-3 block code. Okay, it's actually part of the decoder of an NKL block code. So this is this and this is this, the syndrome calculation circuit. So now I have found the value of the syndrome. See, S1, S2 and S3. Okay, so this is the syndromes I have discovered. Now next is from the syndrome, that is from R I found S, and now from S I'm going to find E. And what is E? E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6. So that is what I'm going to draw now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a signal for S1. This signal that you're seeing here, this, okay, let the signal be S1. Below that I will draw the signal of S2. Let this be S2. And below that I will draw the signal of S3. Okay. So this is basically S1. This signal is basically S2, and this signal is basically S3. Okay, so I have drawn this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw for each of these. I'm going to draw. So all you need to do to draw this is very simple. Just draw how many? 3. So just draw 6 3-input AND gates. That's all. Just simply draw 6 3-input AND gates. So let me draw it. Okay, 1. Let this be 1. Let this be 2. Let this be 3. Let this be 4. I hope there's space. Let this be 5. And let this be 6. Good, there's space. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So now, this is for E1. Okay. What is the equation for E1? What is the equation for E1? E1 is S1 bar, S2, S3. So S1 bar means I'll draw a circle over here to express its complement. Okay, this is called, the circle means S1 bar. And what is it? S2, S3. So S2, S3. Like this, you got E1. What is the equation for E2? S1, S2 bar, S3. S1, S2 bar. So you need a circle over here, a bubble, and S3. So this is the equation for E2. That is, E2 is equal to S1, S2 bar, S3. So you found the equation for E2. Now what is the equation for E3? It is S1, S2, S3 bar. So this needs a bubble over here. This is S3 bar, and this equation is called as E3. Next will we draw for E4. S1, S2 bar, S3 bar. So let me draw it. S1. Okay, S1, S2 bar, S3 bar. This is for E4. Now what is the next for E5? It is S1 bar, S1 bar, S2, S2, S3 bar. This is E5. Okay, now this is E6. E6 it is S1 bar, S2 bar, S3. This is E6. So this is what you call as the error pattern detecting circuit, where you find the value from S, you find the value of E. Okay, from S you find the value of E, and that's what I did over here. Okay, from S I found the value of E. Now what you're going to do is, we already know that R XOR E is equal to V. So what you need to do is simply XOR every bits with the corresponding received bits. That's all. So therefore, maybe I can just draw this down. So if I draw like this, R1. So R1 XOR E1, you will get the first correct code word, that is V1. Here also XORing it with R2, and you will get V2. From here also, if you draw an XOR, E3 XOR R3 is V3, and here E4 XOR R4 is V4, XORing this down. Okay, E5 XOR R5 is V5, and then last we have the E6 XOR R6 is equal to V6. See, because R1, R2, R3 we have already got that value, right? We already received R1, R3. So just feed that same value over here. That's all. And we have already calculated the error bits. So give that to the XOR function. So XOR of each of them, you will get the transmitted code word. So that means from the received code word, you have found the transmitted code word. So this is the story of your NK linear block code. That is, first it starts from U, where U is a K bit. I'm talking about the transmitter side. The transmitter side consists of a U bits, that is, the information is divided into U bits. That is why it's called, and this U message, the message is represented as U, and the number of bits of U is represented by K. Okay, K represents, that's why it's called as NK block code. So the input message, that is the input code word, is actually K bits, and this code word, this K bit input code word that is called as U is converted to V, right? And the number of bits of V is N bits. The number of bits of V is N bits. So that is, and how do you convert U to V? Using the equation V is equal to U into G. Using the equation V is equal to U into G, you get the transmitted, you get the output code word, and this output code word V is what you are going to transmit. So the transmitter will transmit V. Okay, now let's talk about the receiver. Now the receiver, you know, we may not know if the transmitted code word is correct or not. Okay, it may go wrong. So what we do is, the receiver will receive the code word called R. Okay, the code word called R, and from R it will calculate the syndrome S using the equation R H transpose. You can find the value of H transpose from G, from the generator matrix G. So you find the H transpose. After that, after receiving R, you find S. After finding S, you calculate the error pattern E. And after calculating the error pattern E, all you need to do is XOR that E with the received code word, and you'll get the actual corrected code word. This is the entire scheme of what we did in this chapter. Okay.